non-cooperation movement. It is a very important topic from History Chapter 2, Nationalism in India. So in this video, we will discuss about what was non-cooperation movement, when and why it started, and the methods of non-cooperation movement. So first we will discuss about what was non-cooperation movement. So it is a mass movement led by Mahatma Gandhi in the period 1920 to 1922. So how to remember, what do you mean by this term mass movement? Mass movement indicates that a large number of Indians they were participated in this movement, and it was led by Mahatma Gandhi and in the period 1920 to 1922. And what was the aim of this movement? The aim of this movement was to oppose British by using peaceful and non-violent methods. So we know that Mahatma Gandhi he believed in the concept of ahimsa or non-violence. By following this peaceful, non-violent methods, he tried to gain independence from the British and tried to establish Swaraj or self-rule. So that was the aim of this movement. And what do you mean by the term non-cooperation? Non-cooperation here indicate that not to cooperate with British in the areas of administration, education, law courts and trade. So here non-cooperation indicate that Indians refuse to cooperate with the British, and which areas? The areas of administration, education, law courts and trade. I hope non-cooperation movement is clear to you. And next we are going to discuss about when it started. So the movement non-cooperation was officially launched with the Nagpur session of Indian National Congress, and that is in the year 1920. So have to remember, Nagpur is a major city in the state of Maharashtra. With this Nagpur session of Indian National Congress, this movement was started. And in which year? That is in the year 1920. And the movement was continued till 1922. So have to remember, non-cooperation movement is a mass movement led by Mahatma Gandhi, and the movement was launched with the Nagpur session of Indian National Congress in the year 1920, and it was continued till 1922. Through this method, by using non-violent methods, Mahatma Gandhi tried to gain independence from the British and tried to establish Swaraj or self-rule. So now we will discuss why did it started, or what are the major factors which leads to non-cooperation movement. So going on to the first point, Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act was introduced by the British government in the year 1919. So it gives the power to British government to arrest any Indian citizens without even a trial. And what is a trial? So trial is a process in a court when a judge will arrive at a decision by listening to both sides. So that is a trial. So as per this Rowlatt Act, British government can arrest any Indian citizens. So the next point is Jallianwala Bagh massacre, which took place on 13th April 1919 in Amritsar, Punjab. So it happened when British fired at a peaceful gathering and they killed more than 100 innocent Indians. So it demonstrated the brutal nature of the British rule. So the next point is Khilafat movement. So Khilafat movement was started by Ali brothers, mainly Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali in the year 1919. So we know that from 1914 to 1918 is a period of First World War. In the First World War, Turkey was defeated and British they followed a very harsh treatment towards Turkish Sultan, and it makes the Indian Muslims very upset. So this movement tried to unite Hindus and Muslims together under a common cause against the British rule when Mahatma Gandhi linked it with the non-cooperation movement. So have to remember, this movement tried to bring harmony between Hindus and Muslims. So the next reason is Khilafat movement. So Khilafat movement was started by the Ali brothers, mainly Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali in the year 1919. And we know that the First World War happened between 1914 and to 1918. 1914 to 1918 is a period of First World War. In the First World War, Turkey was defeated and British followed a very harsh treatment towards Turkish Sultan, and it makes Indian Muslims very upset. So they started this movement, and another intention of this movement was to bring harmony between Hindus and Muslims. So the Khilafat movement tried to unite Hindus and Muslims under a common cause against British rule when it connected with the non-cooperation movement. And the next reason is economic hardships. So economic hardships indicate the financial problem that is experienced by the people during British rule. So we know that British imposed a very high tax and it leads to an increase in the prices of essential goods and services. Apart from the increased tax and prices, the people experience so many other problems like poverty, unemployment, food shortage and exploitation. So these are the reasons which leads to non-cooperation movement, Rowlatt Act of 1919, Jallianwala Bagh incident that happened in 1919, March 13th April, Khilafat movement, and economic hardship. So these are the reasons which leads to non-cooperation movement. So now we will discuss about the methods of non-cooperation. So boycott of foreign goods. So that was the first method of non-cooperation, and boycott indicate refuse to use, which means Indians they refuse to use any foreign goods. Instead of that, they are using Swadeshi products. Swadeshi products indicate Indian made goods. So we know that earlier the British they are importing their products from Europe to India, and the people they are consuming foreign goods. So during the period of non-cooperation, people stopped using any foreign products. Instead, they started using Indian made goods. And the next method is resignation from titles and jobs. So those who are working with government institutions and government services, they resigned their jobs, and people they return back their British given titles. So that is resignation from titles and jobs, boycott of government institutions. So the people those who are working with any government institutions they left their job, and the people who were already honored with the British given titles they have given all these titles back to the British government. So the next method is peaceful protest and strikes. So we know that non-cooperation movement has followed peaceful methods as a means of protest. So the people they followed mainly hartal, public demonstrations and public meetings as a means of protest against the British government. So these are the methods of non-cooperation movement. So have to remember boycott of foreign goods, promotion of Swadeshi which means Indian made goods, resignation from titles and jobs, boycott of government institutions, peaceful protest and strikes. So these are the methods of non-cooperation movement. So I hope this explanation is clear to you. So have to remember non-cooperation movement is a mass movement which led by Mahatma Gandhi in the year 1920. So have to remember it officially launched with the Nagpur session of Indian National Congress in the year 1920. The main aim of non-cooperation movement was to oppose British by using peaceful and non-violent methods, and have to remember the methods and the reasons for non-cooperation movement. If you found this useful, you can stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.